So what is going on, guys, and welcome to my top 6 versions of Spider-Man. Now, anybody who's been into comics for a while knows that various versions of their favourite superheroes get made, be it a future version, a past version, or a what-if version. This list is our favourite top 6 Spider-Mans. Now, for a quick disclaimer, this is in order of how much I enjoyed these Spider-Men, and it has nothing to do with the worldwide popularity of each one. Kicking this list off is Ninja Spider-Man. In the Marvel manga universe, Spider-Man is a ninja and a member of the Spider Clan. He's on a mission to get revenge against the Ronin Venom who killed his sensei Uncle Ben. To make this even cooler, he trains Mary Jane Watson into becoming Spider-Woman, and they end up becoming some of the last remaining superheroes in the universe. Next up is Spider-Man Noir. This Spider-Man has drastically different powers. He has the same increased agility and strength, and he has some kind of spider sense, but he can only make nets or webs out of his hands and can't stick to walls. This version of Spider-Man takes place during the 1930s Depression and is a story in which he has to figure out how to get revenge against Norman Osborn, aka the Goblin, the leader of the crime syndicate, for killing his Uncle Ben. This version also gets into 2 video games as a Costume Shattered Dimension and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game. Following Spider-Man Noir is the Ultimate Universe Spider-Man. This Spider-Man was the Ultimate Universe reboot, and it's still going on today. Basically, they took all the plots in the decades of Spider-Man comics and they condensed them to make it work for a new generation. Next up is Spider-Man 1602. In this world, superheroes arrived 400 years earlier and they're living in the Elizabethan era. The story basically is that Peter Parker is working as an apprentice to the Royal Spy Master Nick Fury. There's a running gag going on about him being bitten by unusual spiders, and it goes on for a while until he's finally bit by one. Then as the story continues, he loses his love for Virginia Dare to Norman Osborn, and well, you can imagine where the story goes from there. Second to last on my list is Spider-Man 2099. This Spider-Man is from the future and travels through time quite a bit. He's a result of a gene splicing accident in the year 2099. Definitely more of a fan favourite, his adventures involve him fighting against things Alchemax has done and the results of things connected to them. This Spider-Man pops up all over the place as costumes and a special guest appearance, but he started as a character in the 2099 line of comics that Marvel started. The coolest part is that in the continued conclusion to the 2099 storylines, he eventually awakes Steve Rogers in the future. Steve Rogers gives Spider-Man 2099 Mjolnir, aka Thor's hammer, and then Spider-Man 2099 gains new powers from it. He then rules for thousands of years, assuring an age of enlightenment, morality and progress, and then in the year 3099, Steve Rogers revives again and he takes the hammer back, allowing Spider-Man 2099 to retire finally. Finishing this list off is Marvel Zombie Spider-Man. In a rather awesome Marvel Zombie series, there's a zombie Spider-Man who's constantly whacked with the guilt over what he's done, namely by eating Mary Jane and Aunt May. He eventually becomes the new Galactus after his zombie superiority meets the current Galactus. Then the zombie Spider-Man gets some cyborg parts to replace some missing links of being a zombie and realizes he can control his hunger if he just doesn't eat. He then comes to his senses again and he becomes a hero again, and he fights side by side with humans against the remaining zombies. This turns into an adventure to stop the zombie giant man and eventually ends up with Spider-Man creating a cure in the form of a plague that kills all zombies using Sandman's powers. This of course kills him too, but before he goes he mentioned that he feels that Mary Jane and Aunt May has been revenged by him killing all the zombies. So that is it, my top 6 Spider-Man. Let me know down below who is your favourite Spider-Man and why. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe for new weekly videos, and have a great day.